What is up, ladies and gents? It's HG Dan here, and I am back to create a few tips and tricks for Icarus. Now, I know I should be creating the tips and tricks videos for Green Hell like I promised, but I have been captured by this game. Now, that's not a pun. I haven't actually been captured. However, I have been loving this. I've been playing this, you know what I'm like with my survival crafting games, and as a result I thought I would share what I have learnt in the short while that I have been playing this. So, in traditional form, I am going to be giving you straight off the bat 5 tips that I have picked up, and I'm going to give you an extra 6th tip at the end of the video, so make sure to hang on. So, straight into it. Tip number 1, you can double click in your map to set waypoints that you can see on your HUD, so that's your heads up display. Tip number 2, you can control click to move things from one container to your backpack or vice versa very quickly. Tip number 3, shift click. If you hold shift and click on an item, you split that stack. You will need to then control what you're doing with that half stack that you've clicked. I will show you this a bit later in the video. Do make sure to check the timestamps. There will be timestamps for all of these tips. Tip number 4, hold R for building variations. Now, this is one that tricked me when I first started playing. I was like, how the hell do I build a door frame? There's no blueprint for a door frame. How do I get a door frame? And I ended up just sort of boxing myself in and not being able to get out. I had to destroy the wall. Anyway, I'll talk about that more a little bit later on. Tip number 5, you can hold F while running to fast gather sticks, stones, veg, berries, you name it, do it. It's a little XP tip. And then I do have an extra tip at the end that is going to complement that one. So if you want to get XP fast as lower levels, or even just have a constant ticking of XP, the tip that I will share at the end is going to help with that. So let's get into these tips. Welcome back, and hello, and yes, we are looking at Icarus. So, as I said, I do have a number of tips. Now, as always, I'm very interested to know if you have any tips that you've been playing, if you've been playing this at all. Make sure to share them in the comments below so that I can include them in another video if I don't already cover them, or you know, other people. Let's help the community, get the word out there, share your experiences. I like to know what's happening. If this goes well, like my Stranded Deep videos, then what I might do, because I'm absolutely loving this game at the moment, is share like a funny tips video where I will read your comments out in the video, and what else we will see. Anyway, let's get into the tips. Number 1, maps and double clicking. So as you can see, I have a HUD at the top of the screen here. As you can see it going round, north, east, south and west. Naughty elephant squirt water, that's how I like to remember that. Anyway, swiftly moving on. If you press the M key, that will bring up your map. We'll just wait for it to load in because we have done some exploration here. And you can double click anywhere on the map. So what I use this for most is when I find a cave, I will go to that location, I will mark it on my map, and then I know where I'm going. So let's say, for example, I found a cave over here. I'm going to double click. You can see the icon come up over there. So now if I turn around and find the HUD, there you can see it is. I have the little map location. So you can then run over to there. Now your home base and the pods, they tend to stay around there. That's why we built this home base next to a pod, because we've landed in next to the water, and there was a few sort of like bits and pieces around that enabled us to quickly gather what we needed. So you can see there's 3 of us currently playing. I don't know if anyone's joined while I've been away. But that is it's a great multiplayer game, and it's definitely worth a look if you get the opportunity, if it's on sale, if you like Type for Funds, or you know, add it to your wish list. Now hopefully I'm not going to get attacked by anything. I was just sort of like showing you. You can see that you've got that HUD display up there. So let's move into the next tip. So we are back in our house for tip number 2, which is Ctrl-Click. Now, as you'll be able to see, if I just quickly open up my inventory here, I don't have much in this side, but there's plenty of stuff going on over here. So if you do hold your Control button and left click, you can see that that moves everything of that stack into the inventory. So there you go. It's just as quite straightforward. Control click, done. Happy days. Now, an extra little tip: if you do Control Shift and then click, it moves everything of that same resource into your inventory and back again to move it across. Now, if you don't have a container open, what that will do, let me bring up my inventory again. What that will do is that will move it to your hotbar down here. So if we just go Control, it moves it to the next available slot in your hotbar and back again. There we go. So that is tip number 2. Let's now move on to there we go. How do I? I'm asking you tips now. I'm always asking for tips. So if you do have any, make sure to drop them in the comments. So number 3 is Shift Click. Now this is the one that I started to explain, and I was like, you know what, visually it's going to be easier to explain. Now if you shift click, you will see that your mouse then takes that half click, so you can then move this around like this, and then that will do the half stack each time. But if you do not keep your finger down on the shift, no, it worked for me that time. I tried that earlier and it didn't work. So you can let go of the shift once it's done. I think what I've done then is just, you know what? I don't know what I did. That didn't work for me earlier. Never mind. Ignore that. Shift click. You have to. You can. As long as you hold your shift when you're clicking, you will take that half stack. So if you want multiple stacks, just hold the shift down and keep clicking and doing whatever. There we go. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure what happened there. I might even edit it out. No, I won't. These mistakes happen even when editing videos. No, that's alright. It's a large deer. I thought it was something more nefarious. Let's shut the door. I don't want that. So there you go. Control click moves the whole thing. Control shift click moves everything of the same type, and then shift click will move half of your stack to wherever you want it. There we go. Moving on, tip number 4. So tip number 4, we are still in our lovely house here. Let me just give you a quick tour. Why not? This is where we started. We moved on to this. And we have our little more of an industrial thing there. Someone's building a wood cupboard. This is new. This wasn't here earlier, so that's fun. Oh, we've got some copper ore. Someone's been mining. Fantastic. We like this. There was... I'm not quite sure what this bit here is. Oh, someone's created a little garden. This is new. Fancy pantsy. Yeah, we like that. So, what I'm going to do now, tip number 4, is holding R for variation. Sorry, I got distracted there, didn't I? Let me get back to it. So, what do I have here? We're going to do a quick crafting, just so I can show you what's going on. Let's do a couple of walls here. Max. I just need a little bit more wood. If only there was stacks of wood in this thing in here. They won't mind if I nick after this. In fact, it wasn't wood I needed, it was fibre. There we go. Control click, see? Tip number 2 coming into action there. So what we're going to do, we are just going to quickly build ourselves a couple of walls so I can show you this holding R. So we're going to bring this down to our, there you go, click. So once you know these tips, you use them all the time. Get used to using them, it makes things much easier. So we're going to place this here. Here you go, we've got our lovely foundation. I'm just going to then place a wall. Okay, so what do you want if you want a wall? Or you want to change into a door frame, or you want something else? Press and hold R, and then you get all of your variations like this. As you can see, there's the door frame. You've got windows if you wanted a double window. I can show you because we're sporting windows in there and such. And then you also get the double door frame. So I'm just going to quickly put the door frame in there. There you go. Building in this game is really easy. The developers and the teams have done a really great job in making sure that building is good. Something to bear in mind is you will need beams and beams for your structures and bits and pieces like that. So do make sure to keep an eye on any trembling. If this is something you want a video on at a later date, then make sure to tell me in the video below. Here you can see we've got one of those double windows that I showed you just now. Lovely double windows, singular window, singular window, singular door frame, and then through here you've got your double door frame. You then also have your different angles. Your variation in your ceiling can be changing it from a ceiling like this. There's also ceilings like this. I think this is one, so you have that angled up and down. In fact, no, I don't think that is one of those. I think that's just a ramp. But you do have the I might be able to show you. What do I need? Sticks. Look at that. Left just for me. Gentlemen. Let me show you what I mean with the ramps. So let's move that down there. Number 6. And we're going to press and hold R. And now you can see we have the apex. What, I don't even know what that's called. But you can change it into like a normal roof piece. Or you can use them as ramps as well. You do get stairs later on in the game, but these are a great sort of like starting substitute. You can see we've got some down there. There's one there, and we've also got a ramp there. Obviously you get all of these variations the same in the wrong button, in the different styles. So you have wood, stone, and whatever else. They are all viable options. What have I done? I've clicked somewhere off the screen and I've frozen the game. Brilliant. In fact, I've just lost everything. There we go. I'm back. So yeah, there we go. Anything else that I need to include in that? No, I don't think so. The beams, you can diagonally do the beams. So whatever it is that you want to build, press and hold R to see if there's a variation. So we are now on tip 4, and as you can see there is a huge difference from literally moments ago. Seconds for you, heartbreaking seconds for me. What happened? So I received a phone call in the middle of recording this video. So I got up and left. So this is now an extra tip. Do not leave this game unattended because shit happens. I will give you a screenshot now. Yeah, I come back, I'm dead, and the house is on fire. So, goodness. What that now means is we have to rebuild everything, which is frustrating. Luckily, I have some wood to give my companion here while I finish building. Well, I finished recording these tips for you. We need to get a copper rod. Copper rod set up. Let me, because I'm not in the chat, I will let him take that stack of wood. Personally, I think he should build it out of stone, because look at all this stone that we've got. There's literally over 15,000 stone that we got because my friend picked up a talent that does said things. Anyway, tip number 4. Let me just. So, tip number 4. Technically, do not leave your game unattended. However, tip number 4 is running and holding F. So let me just find some more foliage so that I can really show you what I mean with this tip. So here we go. So to pick things up, you press F to harvest. When you join a planet, you can do that. That's how you pick things up. Now, if you are running, you can still hold F. You can sprint and F. You can move, hold F, and look. Every time you're doing this, you're getting 10% XP for every bush that you pick up. Now, I'm not at a level that is so high that I don't know if... Oh, God. That I don't know if... I'm not yet of a level that I don't know if that caps out. If it is, then please make sure everyone to drop it in the comments below so that I know and that everyone else in the community knows. But you can run along, and I will save this for another video. I have a tip around that. But you can run along. You can press F. These smaller things here, press F. You can run along, picking all of these up. Very quick and easy way to get sticks, to get fibre. Now, if you see there's flowers there, we can pick up the flowers. If you run across like stones, you can pick up stones, watermelons or watermelons if you know about Harlem. Yeah, just go. It's really easy XP. 10 XP for every sort of like little thing that you pick up. Sometimes it might be more if it's like watermelon, or if it's soybeans or coffee beans. There you go, there's 25. Wheat, 25. And the level up for me while recording the video. Happy days. Now, I have a bonus tip for you. I promised you a bonus tip at the end of the video. Technically, you're getting 2 bonus tips now, because my other tip, don't leave your game unattended. So it's not good. Here is another little bonus tip for you as you're running around. Because you are running around and you're getting loads of like fibre and sticks, queue some buildings. Now this is a great XP hack for lower levels, more so for lower levels than higher levels. We're just going to eat this. So here you can see I've crafting. I can do 25. One of those 46 XP for me. Might be slightly higher for you, but if you're running along, you're getting the materials that you need for those things. So just stack a load of building things that's like thatch, whatever else. As you can see, as you're running, you're just ticking away that XP. It's going up every single time you craft one. It's another 46, or it's another whatever it is for you guys. And guess what? I've hit that limit now. We've got 25. I'm going to destroy this and get half of those materials back. Happy days. Destroy. I think it's half. So there you go. So because I've been running, I'm going to get now 28. So we're going to craft all those, and we're going to carry on going. And it's just that constant cycle of, if you're doing like thatch, or if you're doing fibre or whatever else, just keep running, holding your F button, and building as well, and you will level up very quickly if you're lower levels. If you're higher levels, then this is obviously you're gonna have to do this and cycle through this a little bit longer. You'd probably be more efficient to go out product hunting. If you want an XP video, I can do a video on that. Just let me know in the comments below. But yeah, okay. So I hope that this was of use to you. If it was, then please make sure to hit that like button. Do subscribe as well, and I will see you in the next video. Ta-ta!